the sun rays are beaming in here. And my question is probably going to make you think, what on earth is Rideshare Professor talking about? Do you have a backup driver? What is he up to? What does that question even mean? Now I can tell you, and that question goes out to you personally, and we'll get there. You'll be able to answer it. But Uber and Lyft have thousands and thousands of backup drivers in a city. If you're not at a specific location at a specific time because you just cannot be there, you're either not working or you're at the opposite side of town, believe me, they have multiple backup drivers to fill that slot and go quickly get that rider, right, that passenger, and take them from A to B. You lose out on that opportunity, right? You may be elsewhere doing another opportunity. But when I place the question, I'm coming from a completely different space. Do you have a backup driver in your own company? You have your own LLC, right? You have learned all the ins and outs on how to become a private driver, where you are making 100% of the monies, where you are truly, and please believe me when I tell you this, you are truly a 100% independent contractor when you own and operate your own company, your own LLC. You have your own commercial insurance, you have your own vehicle or vehicles, you have a fleet of vehicles, and you nominate your backup drivers. Now, in that picture that you see, you obviously saw the picture before I went live. That is Chris. Chris and I go back 22 years. He is a person I trust. And the word trust is big, right? And it has to be big because this is an individual I would trust with my 5 children, right? So if I trust this individual, could be him, could be her, with my 5 children, I will definitely trust this individual with my clients, right? And there will come many times, if you do my course, the private chauffeur course, and if you follow the principles, the basics, the path on how to market yourself, how to get referrals, how to network, you can easily have close onto 300 clients, private clients like I have at the moment, right? And when you have that many clients, you will get booking after booking, you will get double booking, triple booking, and you got to make damn sure you have backup drivers, right? Here's what I'm trying to say. I have a booking on June the 23rd at a specific time, 4 o'clock. I already have a booking, right? So I don't want to turn that client down. I don't want to lose that client. I want to offer the best of the best customer service, just like Uber and Lyft are also trying to do with their portfolio of drivers on the street and in any given city at any given time. They want to make sure they have enough drivers swirling around that if that individual places a call or does a ping and needs a driver, you may not be there, but Jack or Jill might be there in 5 or 10 minutes. It's the same in my private business, right? If I cannot be there, I have to have someone I can rely on. Just like Uber and Lyft rely on thousands and thousands of drivers, which they govern in their algorithms to take care of their clients. I need someone to fill my shoes on that specific date, June the 23rd at 4 p.m. at LAX, to make sure that my client gets to Malibu, right? And that trip is in and around $200 or $250, right? It will be it'll be a 50-minute trip at that time, sort of coming towards the end of traffic. It'll be a 50-minute trip, right? $250, maybe $200 plus a $50 tip. And I know I'm covered. I know that my client is getting the very best service after me. They can't have me on that time slot because I'm booked out, but my backup driver, and I go into a lot of length about backup driver in my 300-minute course. What is a backup driver? How does a backup driver serve your company, right? And when I say company, it could be you registered as an LLC, You might have multiple vehicles, you might have one vehicle, but the bottom line is you have to offer the very, very, very best service to your clients. And the guy that you see in the picture covers me a lot. Now, if I have a triple booking, right, or I have a double booking and Chris cannot do it, who is number 3? Like, who's my backup for my backup? And usually, at most, you'll have a backup for a backup. You don't have a backup for a backup for a backup. It doesn't happen very, very often at all, right? Maybe on peak holidays. But I know that my clients are in good hands on that day because I have nominated a professional that I trust. And I teach you that in the course, in the private chauffeur course at gigrocket.com. Easy, gigrocket.com. The link will be underneath the video afterwards. And it's a 300-minute course. And I think the number one topic out of the 22 topics, there's 22 topics, would be how to market yourself, how to get your referrals, how to network in order to build up a successful company. Because in a successful company, you constantly want to have bookings coming your way. You want to be busy, right? You don't really want to have downtime. Downtime means you're not making money. Sometimes downtime is great. You get some rest, but you want the bookings to come in. And when you have a double booking or a triple booking, same day, same time, same location pickup, right? Guess what? Sorry, the pickup location doesn't have to be the same time. You have the same day and the same time you have a booking, and you have another booking, same day, same time. Pickup locations could be different. I was wrong there, sorry. But you need a second driver. So this is the dude. Again, we did the picture yesterday together at the Van Nuys private airport. The client there needed 2 vehicles, multiple people, right? Lots of luggage. And that's where my backup driver comes in. And you can ask Thomas Gibson from San Diego, Thomas, the rideshare pro, who I initially trained up. He started his own company. He has multiple drivers working in his fleet. He knows exactly what that means, that term backup driver. Thomas has also sourced the very, very best backup drivers for his company, just as I have done. So allow me to teach you that in the course. Allow me to teach you how to become a private driver. So if something happens, if something goes south, if the company decides to block you on your background check, if the company decides to deactivate you, right? Firstly, also on that very same site, GigRocket, we show you how to fight wrongful deactivations. But if you get deactivated, it's the worst of the worst, stressful feeling that creates anxiety through the roof. Because usually it's a 1-2 combination of being deactivated. You get deactivated on Uber. Uber shares the information with Lyft. Lyft also deactivates you a day later. It's terrible, right? And you've got this car, you're paying the insurance, you've just filled up the gas tank, and then boom, boom. I've seen it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And if you see the nature of the email or the text, the people literally fall apart. They're texting me, oh my God, I just got deactivated. What do I do? I'm telling you what you need to do. You need to have your backup plan, because if they give you a double whammy, Uber gone, Lyft gone, you got to make sure that you have enough private clients to at least keep you going, to at least cover your costs, and you can start rebuilding while you fight the wrongful deactivation. Now, based on the data that my team works with, the company usually gets back to you within 14 to 21 days if you have been wrongfully deactivated. Now, if they see prior warnings or prior violations, they say, no, we're not going to reactivate this individual, him or her, because he or she has multiple violations. Absolutely not, right? In that case, you will see, sorry, in that case, Verizon's dropping you. I'm right by the airport. In that case, you have to fight a little bit harder, and you'd have to drag them into small claims court and say, okay, well, show me the evidence. Show me the complaints and the reasons why you wrongfully deactivated me, right? And you got to ask for damages because you are losing money. And then you can use those damages to negotiate your account back, because Uber and Lyft don't like to pay damages. They don't want to pay $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 of your damages. What they will do, and I can tell you that historically, because we've done this hundreds and hundreds of times, they'll say, hey, you know what, you go and drop your damages and we'll reactivate you. But it still doesn't solve the problem there and then, right? Because you're down, you're off the Uber platform, you're off the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly encourage you to start looking, whether you're in Houston, whether you're in Los Angeles, whether in New York, start looking into your licensing, right? Start looking into your licensing. Means, what will it take for me to become a true independent contractor, a private chauffeur, a private limo driver, a driver for hire in my city? It works best in capital cities, in big cities, right? If you're in a tiny little town with 50,000 people, you're not really going to you're not going to really get too many private clients like in a small little fishbowl, right? But maybe 30 minutes from you, there's another big capital city, right? Maybe that's where you want to go recruiting. And in the course, we teach you how to build out your private clientele. So if anything should go south, you see this guy here, I can tell you right now, this guy passing us, that's a private driver. Actually, I know he's a private driver because he has a TCP at the bottom and he had a suit on. He works for one of the companies, right? He's making money. Or maybe his boss is making money and he's getting a part of the payment. You want her booking, right? Because that'll pay your cost. But at the end of the day, just like this Uber right in front of me, right? See this Uber? There's an Uber right in front of me in a Camry, I believe. You want to start recruiting your clients away from Uber and Lyft. And some people say, oh, you can't do, that's not legal. You cannot recruit clients away from Uber and Lyft. I'm saying to you that you can, right? You have to just do it a specific way. And I teach you that formula at Gig Rocket, right? It's a very, very soft sell. Because what the companies are doing to you is certainly not ethical. If they're stealing your tips here and there, do you think that's ethical? If they're governing you by an algorithm, you think that's ethical? If they are not contributing towards all these crazy, insane costs, gas costs, do you think that's ethical? Somebody just said the Uber stock was at $20. Well, the feds raised the rates by 3/4 of a point. Stocks saw a tiny little jump, not much. But yeah, the Uber and Lyft stock are certainly not healthy at the moment, right? Because no matter what they're trying out, is simply not working. What does work is if you go back to the old school private chauffeur limo driver. Just like when you're doing real estate, there will always be a realtor or a broker involved. There will always be a mortgage broker involved. And in transportation, private trips, there'll always be a driver involved until we get replaced by autonomous vehicles, right? But I can tell you, private chauffeurs have been around forever, right? And recruiting, building out your clients, getting other good clients. Sorry about that. Verizon's kicking me off. You know, you're paying them $100 a month, and they can't even get their wireless and their service towers, their connectivity right. I've been kicked off. I've been doing the feed for 15 minutes. Verizon's already kicked me off 5 times. You know, activity. But we're 41 people in the house. Please hit the like button. If you have any questions, right? If you have any specific questions, you will always see my email, torstenkunitz68, or my phone number, which starts with a 480. Under all my videos, you can always reach out to me and say, hey, could you please clarify, or could you please explain? I didn't quite understand that part. What do I need to do here? What do I need to do there? What do I really need to become truly 100% independent? I'll help you. That is what my channel is about, right? Because from the very beginning when I started my channel, I said to myself, wow, 76% of the people are doing UberX. That is where the majority is. That's not where I want to be. I don't think the real money is there. I then went and tested it myself, right? And I said, nope, I'm not going to work for this type of money. I'm not going to drive a small car. I want to set my standards high. I want to drive a luxury vehicle or a Cadillac. I want to play with the big boys and the big girls, right? I want to make the real money. And that's just in my DNA, right? I don't think you should ever settle for second best. I always think you should always go after and explore what's inside of you to go and tap into your true potential, because you will be amazed what's inside of you. You will be amazed of what you are capable of, right? If you are driving an UberX vehicle today and I gave you an Uber SUV and you went and got your licensing and you learned the basics, I'm telling you, within a month, your income is like this, right? Day and night. It's just that people become too complacent. People start off with what they can afford, no judgment. Obviously, some people have bad credit, some people can't afford. So you go in, you buy yourself a new Prius. But even if you go out and buy yourself a new Prius or a used Prius that has 100,000 miles, you can climb the ladder within a year. And you're already, after a year, you're in a whole different spot. That is what I discovered in my channel. That is what I discovered in my journey treating this as a business, right? Because I have other businesses that I run, and I run them as a business, right? Try to keep my staff, my people happy. I want to make profits. I want to pay them well. I want to pay incentives and bonuses to the people that I work with, my team. And it's the same here in the rideshare business or the limo business, right? How do you achieve maximum profitability? Well, it's very, very difficult, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been subjected to these $6, $7, $8, $5 gas prices. They vary from city to city. It is hard to make margins when you're sharing, when you're giving up 50 to 60% of your earnings to the company. It is very, very hard to make a profit. Oh, am I going to go out and put in extra 2 or 3 hours a day and bust my BALLS just to make up that deficit, right? Or am I going to apply some street smarts here and try to reevaluate things and say, okay, my future with Uber and Lyft is not certain. There's too many uncertainties. My future with Uber and Lyft doesn't guarantee me the profits that I made 3 or 4 years ago. So what do I need to do? What you need to do is you need to go and do the homework and explore what will it take? What additional costs do I have to come up with? What car do I might have to trade in to become a private driver? So I can drive on Uber and Lyft, recruit clients, build out my private clients, and at some stage, like me, 95% of my trips are private clients. 95%, if not more. Roy Watkus in the house, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I urge you to explore your true potential. I urge you to not settle for the current UberX rates and the current treatment you receive by the company. I urge you to aim higher, to shoot higher, and you can do it. I know you can. Use my code HELP, HELP20, HELP20, you get a 20% discount. Let me teach you how to become a private chauffeur, a private driver, how to get your licensing, maybe even trade in your vehicle, maybe use your current vehicle. It could be an XL or an SUV, but what you need to do is step into the shoes of a true independent contractor, because right now we're a 20% independent contractor. We are not an IC plus, as they try to label us. No, we're not a true independent contractor, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because they still govern you, they still call the show, they call the shots, and if you don't rules and obey their regulations, you get punished. Oh, too many off. So don't get to the point where you get deactivated by one or two. Make sure you have your backups. Now, backups for many, they go the food route, right? Which is a far, far, far safer route. In certain cities, maybe not so safe because there's a lot of carjackings. But you know, the food delivery route is a very, very safe route, which generally does not end up with many deactivations, right? But me personally, I'm cut out for that business. I am not going to drive a pizza around that doesn't have a conversation with me. Some people say, well, great, the pizza doesn't talk back, the hamburger doesn't talk back. I understand that. But I am an individual that loves people. I love to build relationships, and I want to learn and grow. Picking up my private client at the Learjet yesterday, sitting in the front driving with a guy on the call, 40 minutes of the most interesting conversation about the rates, recession, inflation, and the guy is, I think he's ranked like number 1 in the United States. His brokerage, off the charts, smart guy, and you're learning, right? I am not going to learn that valuable information from a pizza in my car or a hamburger. Excuse the example that I'm making here, but zero disrespect towards food delivery drivers. Many food delivery drivers are making more than rideshare drivers at the moment. No disrespect, but I'm a people's person. I like to drive people. I like to form relationships. And did you guys watch that video in Phoenix? Well, they caught the guy. That's the one good thing. I'm going to show his mugshot tonight. They caught the guy, and you know, he turned himself in. It's probably a very wise idea of the guy to go down to the police station and say, hey, I effed up. I beat this guy up. I kicked his car. What can I do to repair the damages? Right? Probably the smartest move that guy did. Right? But when we were watching the video, I think the most common theme from drivers is when the guy berated him on the phone and said, dude, you don't know what you're doing. Like, F this, F that. You don't know where you are. You don't know, you know, you're messing up right there. And then 90% of you said, I would not have been disrespected that way. I would have canceled on that driver, that Phoenix driver. And you wouldn't even have to face that issue that the driver in the Tesla got into. Yeah, he was cool, calm, and collected, but he should have made the decision to turn down that rider on the phone. Before the guy was even in the car, you could hear that there was trouble coming his way. Even the video, as I was watching the video, I said, oh my God, there's trouble coming. Because when the rider says to you on the phone, where the F are you, you know, and he's berating you, do you honestly think that attitude is going to change once he's in your car? No, it's just going to get worse, right? So I think 90% of you made the right call in your comments, said, I would have canceled the trip right there and then when those first issues arise, and that would have been the proper way to handle it. That would have been the way I would have handled it, because I don't want that trouble in my car. I don't even want to see the person's face, right? 99, as you said, 99% cancel immediately, right? And that's very accurate, because you know, I think the guy didn't even call the police. He was chasing 2 quests first. He was like, oh, I got to get these 2 quests in. No, your number one priority there is make a police statement. The police said, if the police see that you are driving around still and you're not taking this serious and you're only filing a report later, it diminishes your case, right? And that's how the passenger is going to play the card when this goes to court. He didn't feel threatened. He kept on working, right? In fact, he only called the police at the end of the day. So in how much danger did he really think he was? No, you call 911. If you get into that situation, you call 911, you get it on the record, especially if the guy's been kicking your car, damaged your car, right? You have a lawsuit. You have a lawsuit against the company for putting that individual in the car with you. You have a lawsuit against the passenger, right? Don't take further trips. Get the police in there and then. But to avoid all of that nonsense, Don't even let the person get in your car. He had a phone call with that individual reprimanding him, berating him. Where are you? You don't know what you're doing. F. Bye-bye, cancel, reason for cancellation. Goodbye, I'll never see you. You drive away, switch it off for a few minutes, and when you're in a complete different area, you can switch on again and get the next trip. And I don't know if you've, like back in the day, I remember if and when I had such a problem passenger, I would cancel, I would drive away, right? I would switch back on, and geez, like you get the guy again because he's trying to get the next car, and you get him again. Guess what you got to do? You got to cancel again. You drive even further away and then hope that some other guy, some other driver gets this guy. By then the problem is that the passenger of the ride is so pissed, so angry, the guy or the girl that he gets next will probably pay the price. But that individual does not have to be in your car. That driver, ladies and gentlemen, could have handled the issue very, very differently. So yeah, back to my main topic, who is your backup driver? I bet you 90% of you cannot answer that question. You don't have a backup driver because you are not set up as your own company, as your own limo service. My guess is Roy Watkins has a backup driver. I know Thomas Gibson has several backup drivers. Chris is my backup driver. I am his backup driver on Saturday night when he is already booked out. I'm going to back him up. And go to Gig Rocket, learn the ins and outs of the course, use the code HELP20, HELP20 to get a 20% discount. Watch the 300 minutes and start setting yourself up to become a true independent contractor. Please do me that favor. Steven's in the house. Jesus, guy just cuts off 2 or 3 cars. You guys should have just seen. I had to hit the brakes there because the guy just came flying 3 lanes across. That's LA. That's how they drive. Phoenix is in the house. It's great to see you again. I have been away for a bit. Love all your knowledge that you give. You're an amazing guy. Well, I can tell you you're an amazing lady, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you having you here. And thank you for everything that you're contributing towards this channel. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the current situation. Now my camera is super hot. You've been in the hospital. I hope you feel better. So I'm driving towards downtown LA. Very, very, very dirty, overcast. Looks like there's almost smoke in the air. I'm moving and grooving. And while I'm moving, I'm drinking coffee. And I'm driving and I'm doing a video. I'm multitasking. I have my hand on the wheel. I got the coffee in the hand. I'm doing the live feed and I'm looking at my watch. 4 things at the same time. I've got to have the coffee. The little green lady, as I call her, the Starbucks lady. I'm on the 110. Very, very observant. Somebody knows his city. I'm on the 110. I got myself art iced mocha from Starbucks. Oh, you were just there. 105. Yeah, yesterday it was 105 in Valley. I could not believe it. Right now it's 80. 80. Got to get out there, Phoenix. Got to build that house. Remember that house? Interest rates are going up. Ooh, right there on the right-hand side, if you can look at the picture, you can see downtown in the fog. No, not even in the fog, in the dirty smoky air. Down, look at the picture right, you can see the city skyline. We'll be driving past it in a few minutes. Very close to USC by Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Exposition Boulevard. We'll be crossing over the 10 freeway. Yeah, when I have riders, I use the express lanes, and what you do is you have this little, you have these gadgets. Nick will know. The temperature, as I thought it would happen, was way too high, and now I'm actually holding the phone closer to the vents. The sun was pounding on the window, and my phone overheated. Not a good thing. So I'm holding it while we're driving. Probably won't go too much longer. The view in the front, ladies and gentlemen, looks like this. And reverse looks like this. I'll keep the phone down here. Overheating. So if it's not Verizon dropping your signal, then it's overheating. I'm not surprised with today's temperatures that many of the phones will overheat. So right now I just cranked up the AC max. We're driving past downtown, which I'll show you. That's downtown there at the back. But again, I want to keep my hands on the wheel here. So we're on Thursday. What are your plans? Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Is anybody doing anything exciting? Is anybody going to be working? Are we going to do some further education, learning? Are you with your family? Are you going to watch a movie? Do share, do share. David Sink. Yeah, we got David Sink reactivated. He's back. Thank you, brother. So there he is. Thank you. There's a testimonial right there. We got David Sink reactivated. Go, baby. Go make the money. Glad. It's, you know, it takes away a lot of the stress, right, David? Back out there. Reactivated, as we call it, and you're back making money. So yeah, you lost quite a bit of money for sure, but you're back. Guess who's back? David's back. Thank you for the shout out for Gig Rocket. Go to Gig Rocket if you need to get reactivated like David Sink, or if you need to do the private chauffeur course. Of course, I'm selling my own courses here, but you know, if you worked hard for 7-8 years, I think one can start promoting one's own courses. I've paid the educational dollars. Now it's time to give back. Now, this is actually quite a nice site here. This is LA right in front of us. Going nice and slow, keeping my distance. Don't often see that, but it's in like really dirty, foggy. Yeah, they're not recession resistant. Dara, you're right. Dara said, oh, we're recession resistant. No, you're not. No one is recession resistant. And Wall Street and the financial world did not buy that argument when he said, oh, we're recession. No. It was an idiotic comment. Idiotic was also in the same interview. He says drivers are making an average of $39. That's simply not true. The other thing he said, that the P&L, the profit and loss of the drivers, looks healthy. No, it doesn't look healthy, because we're impacted by super high gas prices. I don't know how you call yourself a CEO if you go on Bloomberg making those claims. Are we recession proof? The drivers' P&L, profit and loss, is healthy, and drivers are making an average of $39. No, they're not. Those are 3 lies. And you call yourself the CEO. Not good. That's BS if they don't let you cash out your money. That is not cool. I'm sorry. That's what happened with me when I tried to get my referral dollars that they owed me. They wouldn't The 1 week, I think I had about $8,000 on referral monies owed, and they said, no, we deactivated you, we holding your money. Really? Oh, so you're withholding just for that 1 week. Never mind for all the months and the years, right? Where you took $960,000, but you actually, that 1 week, you withheld $8,000. And so how they justify, oh, we deactivated you, we don't have to pay you, there was an issue with your account, we don't have to pay you out. So there you are, you drive all week, you've generated $1,700 in earnings, they turn around and say, oh, sorry, we can't pay you out, we can't cash you out, because we see an issue, you're on hold. I hope you get the money. If you don't get the money, you fight, okay? You put on your boxing gloves and you fight. Please. Don't walk away from your monies. Those are monies you worked hard for, that you earned, and they owe you that money. So don't let them steal that cash from you. It's unacceptable. We're here by the 10 West, almost coming to the intersection downtown. Keeping the phone on the low here, keeping a distance. Cars are crawling. I mean, I'm doing 25 miles an hour and I have a long distance between myself and the car. So as long as I keep my eyes on the road and don't do anything stupid, we'll be fine. 25 miles an hour. All the other cars are driving 25 miles an hour. Thank you, Mary. Throws down 5. High five. Great success. Very nice. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. By the way, all of those donations I'm using towards the July the 4th PR press release campaigns to kick off the campaign, to pay for the press releases, to pay the press release writer. So we kick off the smart strikes on July the 4th, the smart strikes. Out go the press releases, connecting with the media, the TV stations, couple of interviews, English and Spanish, and we're in the race. A lot of strikes. I think the Rideshare Hub, thanks to the Rideshare Hub, he actually gave me a shout out in one of his videos acknowledging that we're organizing powerful strikes thanks to the Rideshare Hub. So if you want to tell him, I gave him a shout out at 38 minutes and 20. I've been rather harsh on the Rideshare Hub, but you know, it's time to bury the hatchet, to smoke a peace pipe and shake hands. I have been one that's been a little bit harsh on certain YouTubers. You taking care of yourself? Got my second booster shot today. Ooh, how do you feel after that second booster shot? Ooh, some people are like, hit them hard. Hope you're okay after that second booster. Teddy T is in the house. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my friend Teddy. Happy birthday to you. My friend, I'll always call you a friend because you're a fine gentleman. I got to meet you in person in Long Beach. And ladies and gentlemen, in my channel, I just sang happy birthday for Teddy. He's a remarkable guy. He's a remarkable guy. Let's all wish him happy birthday, Teddy. And may you have another 100 more, Teddy. Another 100 more birthdays. We have 53 people in the house. If we could all smash that like button for Teddy T, smash it for Teddy T. Happy birthday. Drink tons of water. Good. Water, 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 water. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. It's based on mutual respect, a friendship. And I will throw another big party. This time, we'll give a lot of advance notice and hopefully we can get a nice big venue and a couple of 100 drivers. That's it, baby. The King of Gods. We are going to strike July the 4th. Here we come. Dun, 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 dun. Under pressure. Turning down on me. Under pressure. Dara's going to feel the pressure. Dun 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 dun. Party, party, Long Beach, let's do it. Joseph's in the house. Frank Garcia in the house. Jeff Caldrone in the house. Yeah, watch the beginning of my video. I explain what a backup driver is, because many people think, what the heck is he talking about? What, do I have a backup driver? No, I don't need a backup driver. You will need a good backup driver if you're doing private trips. I can guarantee you that. I like Abstract Echo's recommendation, another party in Long Beach. I'm here. Abstract Echo, Jimmy, good times. Let's let the good times roll. We got to do another party. The cool thing is Teddy came in from Philadelphia. We had some people come in from from Vegas. I think that's amazing. The brotherhood, the sisterhood, the family of gig workers is truly, truly amazing. Now we're just crawling. Now I'm doing 3 miles an hour. 3 mile, now I'm up to 6 miles an hour, 7 miles an hour. Here we got the Staples Center, the Convention Center. There's the city. If you haven't seen LA, if you haven't been here, there it is, the city. It's a really overcast and gloomy day. And here we are, crawling at 8 miles per hour. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. Okay, now I'm on 0 miles an hour because I'm stopped. I'm actually standing still on the 110. Oh yeah, you know why? Because it's lunchtime. Everybody's off to lunch. Get your Uber, get your Lyft, go to lunch. 7 to 8, never too late. 7 to 8, never too late. 7 to 8 a.m., 7 to 8 p.m., we don't drive. Day by day, we don't drive until we send the message, the smart strike. We present to you, Dara Koshashawi, the smart strike. 7 to 8 in the morning, 7 to 8 at night. Dear passenger, get your bike, get your roller skates, get your skateboard, get your bicycle, get your feet, start walking. And there we have a vehicle charging station. Downtown. Downtown LA. Downtown. We're in downtown, baby. Yeah. Smart Strike will give everybody a little bit of time at the gym. You can do your workout, do your cardio, take your water, get healthy. Get healthy during the Smart Strike. What a way to promote this. So 7 to 8, instead of being on the road, you could be in the gym. Skid Row, baby. You know where it is. I had guys smash my window 18 times with a screwdriver in Skid Row. I was with the Foo Fighters doing a benefit. They were doing a benefit concert. This guy's trying to break into my car. I walk outside, see these guys stabbing my window with a screwdriver. I pick up, I get this big rock, and I run over, and the guys see me running towards them. They get on their bicycles. I missed the guy, unfortunately. I had this big rock. I hurled this big rock, and I missed them, but they took off. So then my window, this side here, had like 18 holes. So Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, when he was still alive, and Dave Grohl said, send us the bill, we'll get it fixed, Torsten. True story. And that happened, where did that happen? In Skid Row. Skid Row. Very charming place, Skid Row. Very, very charming place. I mean, Skid Row is literally only 4 minutes from here. Wonder why, I wonder how they called it Skid Row. Wonder how they came up with the name. Smash that like button if you haven't smashed it yet, please. And so, yeah, that's a true story. My window didn't break, but 18 little holes because they were trying to break it. My guess is, I don't know what they were after. There was no phone in the car. Usually they steal the Cadillac seats very quickly. Skid Row is a crap hole. Craphole. Not a nice place. This is just crawling here. 3 miles an hour, crawling, not making, at this rate, I'll probably do a mile in 1 hour. I'm going at 4 miles an hour. Police here, gotta be careful there, cops. All right, my friends, I am going to concentrate on the road. I don't want to get into trouble here. My phone was overheating. Let me just put it back there. The sun is glaring down on the phone, so at some point it's going to get hot again. I put my phone in the holder again right by the window. For some reason, 10-15 minutes in the sun, it's done. It's done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are driving through downtown LA right now. As you can see, all these tall buildings. I wish you a fantastic Thursday. Let me know what you're gonna do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll read your comments, leave a shout out. Much appreciation to you all. Please, please be safe out there. Calculate, do your calculations, see if it's worth it. And do me a favor, become a private chauffeur, private driver, so you start putting 100%, yes, 100% in your own pocket, right? Totally doable. Totally, totally doable. God bless you all. Be safe on those roads, my friends. Remember, tasers, pepper spray, whatever it takes to keep you alive. You are numero uno, number one, nummer eins, right? Keep safe, my friends. Thank you, Mary. Have a great day, everyone. Much love from Cali, much respect, and God bless you all. Thank you, guys. Guys and girls, thank you.